Hello guys, welcome once again to Immigrate with Ammy, and today we are still talking about Australia. There have been quite a number of videos on Australia, and the reason for this is because of the huge opportunities in Australia. We've spoken about the fact that the government has announced some critical sectors which are experiencing like a labor shortage, okay? And they're actually putting a lot of policies in place to help fill these vacancies that exist in these critical sectors, okay? And there are actually quite a number of these sectors. Because of time, we'll not be able to go into all of them, but today we want to expose you guys to one of such critical sectors, and then for us to quickly review some vacancies that have opened up, which you can apply for if you are qualified. Okay, also before I continue, I also want to announce here that we are also dropping a video very soon, okay, on Australian CV format, because we discovered that right in Australia, they have their own CV format, which is slightly different from what you might have currently, okay? And for you to have a higher chance of actually landing a job in Australia, your CV must be adapted to that format, okay? Because employers in Australia are more used to that format, and it's easy for them to actually take a good look at your profile and for them to appreciate your value if your information is actually packaged according to that particular format. Okay, so we'll be dropping that video in few days, but today, so we want to consider some opportunities in the health sector, okay, and not just directly in a hospital. We are talking about social services, people who have experience in actually taking care of aged people. Okay, so there are some opportunities there, and there is an organization that is into delivering services in catering for aged people. So, and they have actually opened up some vacancies as a result of the growth that they are experiencing, and they are looking to actually fill up these vacancies with the right candidates. Okay, so this is as a result of expansion and improvement in their services. Okay, and they are often looking out for dedicated, devoted, passionate people to join their team. The name of the organization is Estia Health. Okay, now one thing that you need to know about this organization is that apart from the vacancies that they roll out, which are actually open, you also have the opportunity to express interest in a particular area. Okay, so even if the job is not open, if you are qualified in a particular area, you can submit your profile to them, and then when an opportunity comes, they would consider you based on the information that you have submitted earlier on. Okay, and this expression of interest is in different job categories, and we'll just take a close look at them. So you can see that from this listing page on their website, their expression of interest can be either for a registered nurse, okay, and you can actually see the summary of what they are looking for. So people who have experience in providing the best practice clinical care that support and enhances resident need and well-being. Okay, so if that is your area of experience, you can submit an expression of interest. So registered nurse, okay, facility manager. All right, so if you also have experience as a facility manager, you can submit an expression of interest to them. Personal care attendant, enrolled nurse, okay, food service assistant, personal care assistant, So these are the job categories for which you can submit an expression of interest. Okay, in order to tell them that, okay, I have the qualification, I have the experience. Whenever a position opens in this area, you can contact me and I'm willing to work with you, right? That is for expression of interest. However, they also have opportunities that are currently opened. So they are looking to fill positions in these areas. All right, and we're going to be looking at one or two or three of them just to see the main information and the profile of the candidate they are looking for. Okay, so what are the positions that are currently open? They have open positions for registered nurses. So this is for a night shift for enrolled nurses. So you can see the position here. You can see the location, the work site, and then the closing date of the application. So please be mindful of the closing date so that you can submit your application before it closes. Okay, so general services officer, registered nurse, also that's for casual roles, client services officer, a care director, personal care assistant. So this is a permanent part-time roles. Okay, food services assistant, cleaner and laundry as a attendant, a cleaner, nursing assistant, personal care assistant, cleaner, food service assistant, a cook, chef, registered nurses. So you can see that a lot of opportunities are actually open, a lot of them. So you can see all these opportunities. So one thing I noticed about this particular organization, which I think is also a plus, is the fact that the opportunities are not just open for those in the health, core health sector or in social services. They also have some support functions like, food care assistant, chef, facility managers and stuff like that. Okay, so these are more or less general positions that anyone with experience in those areas can apply for, even though this is actually in the health sector. Okay, so for example, a maintenance officer, right, administration officer, these are administrative roles, a chef, right? So they have more jobs. So once you keep clicking, just keep scrolling through and applying for as many opportunities as as fits your profile. All right, so let's take a quick look at one or two of the opportunities. Let's see. So this is for a registered nurse, okay, who is going to be doing the night shift. Okay, you can see the job number, the employment type, the location, the categories, right? And then you can also see the conditions of the job. So it's a permanent, full-time or part-time position. And the work days are Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, and you can see the fact that they are going to be giving you access to a lot of support, including visa sponsorship. So this is important for those outside Australia who are qualified as registered nurses. You can see it here that they have visa sponsorship for this particular role. Okay, so I'm actually encouraging you to apply for this role if you are a registered nurse. Okay, so you can see the opportunities. So you can read more opportunities here. So what do you need? They need someone who has a proactive approach, who can advocate for their residents. Don't forget that they are dealing with people that are aged. Okay, so they need a lot of support, they need a lot of care, they need a lot of empathy, and they need people who have this right approach, okay, to these people. All right, so you can see what they are actually looking for in terms of training, in terms of education, in terms of qualities for the particular applicant. So what are they going to do for you? You can also see it here. So they have regular education sessions, right? They have emerging leader programs. They provide mentoring. They help you provide your coaching skills. They give you access to finance, to retail, to lifestyle discount and benefits. They provide employee assistance and well-being programs. They also support with mandatory vaccinations. Okay, so if you want to apply for this role, or if you want to know more about this information, you can call this particular telephone number right here, or you can send an email to this person, and the person will actually review your application. Okay, if you want to know more, but if you want to apply for this role, okay, you can apply by clicking on the apply now. So let's look for it. Where is it? You can see it below here, right? Also, don't forget that it has a closing date, so make sure you apply before 13th January. Okay, don't also forget that this job comes with visa sponsorship. Okay, so that's for a registered nurse. Let's take a look at the general services officer. So as you can see, this is not a health sector job per se, but it's a job that any other person who is qualified can apply for as a general services officer. So what are they looking for? You can see the job number, again, the employment type, the location, the category. So this is a cleaning or environmental work. So these are for people who have experience in that area. Okay, it's also a permanent part-time position, right? And you can see the location. It's in 20 minutes from the city of Brisbane. So the person will be supporting the resident by providing and maintaining a safe, clean, and home-like living environment. And your responsibilities will be to provide a high standard of cleaning services, waste removal, stock levels, cleaning and sorting of laundry, operating in line with infection control standards, right? And then delivering excellent customer service to resident visitors and staff. All right. So what are you bringing to the role? What are they looking for in the applicant? They are looking for the person who has at least a certificate qualification in cleaning. All right. And then someone who has experience in a similar or a related role. So it doesn't have to be in the home of, for people that are aged. If you have that experience in a related sector, or if you've had that experience, somewhere else, you can actually bring it into this particular organization. Okay, someone who demonstrates ability to work under minimal supervision. Okay, someone who has the capacity to organize and prioritize his or her workload, someone who is committed to work health and safety principles, including chemical safety standards. So these are the general requirements for this role. If you think it matches your profile, please apply for this role. Don't sleep on it, okay? And you can also see what they are going to do for you in terms of support, in terms of benefit and remunerations. So if you want to know more also, there is actually an email address that you can write to inquire more about this role, or if you want to ask some particular questions, or if you think it meets your profile and you want to apply, you just click on this apply now button and then you can submit your application. Okay, let's look at one more opportunity in another job area. This is food services assistant. Okay, as I said, these are not actually core health sector jobs, but these are support jobs or support roles in the health sector. Okay, so it's a part-time position. You can see the location, right, and the category, which is hospitality. So what are they actually looking for? So this is a permanent part-time position and it's multiple positions. Okay, so it's not just one. They actually have multiple positions for food services assistant. Okay, you can read more information below, okay, about the opportunity itself, then what they are looking for. Okay, so they need someone who has a certificate, at least a certificate in basic food handling, someone who has experience in the kitchen environment and food services, especially in the aged care sector. Okay, so if you have this experience in the aged care homes or in the aged care facilities, they are going to give your application more regard. Okay, and then someone who is committed to work health and safety principles. Okay, so what are the benefits for you? Of course, regular training. They give you access to financial, retail, and lifestyle discount and benefits. They provide employee assistance and well-being programs, career development and advancement opportunities, and they also provide mandatory vaccinations. Okay, if you want to ask more questions or clarifications, please send an email to this particular email address that you can see on the screen. And if it matches your profile, you can apply directly by clicking on this apply now. So guys, this is another opportunity in one of the critical sectors in Australia, and we are encouraging you to apply for it if it matches your profile. Okay, don't give up, just keep applying. Okay, I'm sure that something will come in for you. So thank you so much guys for watching. Make sure you share with your family and friends, or with people in your community who you think this information can be useful for. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't previously, And make sure you also, like the video, and you also drop in your comments. Let's see what you have to say. If you have any question that we can help with, of course, we'll be more than willing to support you guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We wish you all the best. Have a lovely day.